Hi, this is a quick video tutorial showing you how to run some different types of data in Eduphoria within Aware, just so that you can help to lead and facilitate data conversations to help improve the instruction on the campus. Once you go into Aware and you log in, you can click on the Analyze tab and click on Quick Views, and you can follow the drop-down. I just ran some data for the district-wide CBA for math for the teachers. And so I followed the drop down, went to 2014-15. Let's go ahead and go to 5th grade and we'll look at math here. And we'll look at the CBA. So this is going to bring up Hebron Valley. I know that all the students have taken it by the total number of students here. What I really like to be able to lead the teachers into looking at is the student learning standard breakdown. What this does is it gives you an average of the questions that tested a particular TEK. That way when we're having those data conversations, we don't get bogged down into what was wrong with this question and that. We end up being able to have, a beneficial conversation about what information can we glean from this? Is there something that we can look at to do differently for our reteaching? So I always, I would be printing this to Excel. That way we could go through and make sure it's nice and organized. And I like to highlight, teachers always like to go to this area of weakness, but I always encourage them to go to the area where the students perform the highest. That way we can look at lesson plans and we can look at, what design qualities were in there, what research-based strategies did we use. Ask the kiddos, what was it that we did within the instruction that really helped you understand this to be able to master it? And then that way we can take what we learned from that and really try to apply it to our lesson for reteaching a particular TEK. So that's one of the things that we look at. I also like to click on the student over here, or excuse me, the red person here, which gives a teacher breakdown. And when we do that teacher breakdown, it's always helpful to make sure that the teachers know, and you've set a climate and culture that this is not about, competition. This is not evaluative. This is simply about being able to use data to help us inform our instruction. So I will usually highlight in green where that teacher's biggest strength was, or where their students did the best in, and then the area where they struggled the most. And what commonly I'll find is that teachers have strengths in different areas and struggled in different areas, to where that opens up conversation about, even though we lesson plan together, was there something that you did a little bit differently here, so that we can use this information just to look at what we're doing and really try to add and improve, continuous improvement. So again, I'll go through and I will print that to Excel, and then what I usually do is I will copy that over off of the Excel sheet and put it on the original one. That way we're able to see everything concisely on one page. The last thing that I look at is that I will come over here to the green individual and I will click on that so that we get individual student information. Now I've moved my screen all the way over because obviously there is confidential information here, but this gives you what each individual student, how they did on these particular TEKs. So what I like to do for the teachers prior to putting it on that single spreadsheet is I will come over here and click on the percent score. And this takes all of my students and it puts them in order by how they performed on this particular assessment. Once they are all in order, then we're able to highlight, who was it that failed, who passed by one question, and then we're able to look at within tutoring what specifically do we need to work on. So hopefully this was helpful in looking at the data. So just really quick, this shows you how I do the Hebron Valley up here and then the individual teachers, and you can see how they had strengths in different areas and weaknesses in different areas. And then you're able to click on the individual students tab and be able to see them in order by how they scored and then what particular TEKs that they were able to master and didn't do so hot on that we would need to focus on in tutoring. Thank you for listening. Have a happy Friday.